This recording is an offering of Networks for Training and Development's online university.
Welcome to our Healing Circle call, brought to you by Networks for Training and Development. Our Healing Circle occurs every first Monday of the month, and all the sessions are recorded so you can come back and listen to them at another time. So if this is your first time with us, welcome. Our Healing Circle is a time when we come together and just kind of share, be in the same space and ponder and think and meditate. Anyway, my name is Tracy Lapreziosa, and I'm coming to you from Pottstown, Pennsylvania on April 4th, 2022. Tonight, I'd like to talk a little bit about self-care. It's been kind of the hot topic lately, hasn't it? For me, it's almost kind of like a new topic. At least over the last 10 years, it's been kind of like a new topic. My definition of self-care, self-help has been pretty much over the years, combing my hair, brushing my teeth, grabbing a bite to eat, and getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep at night. And that's basically what self-care was for me for a very, very long time. I was wondering why was that my definition of self-care? Why is it what's your definition of self-care? Could it be that it comes from how we grew up? I mean, I think of my mother, and I never saw her do anything for herself. Everything was for somebody else. Always giving, always doing. Her self-care was combing her hair, brushing her teeth, taking a rest, eating dinner. That was it. And that's kind of what my self-care had been. Again, for a very long time, until about 10 years ago. And what happens is that a life like that catches up with you, and you start to not be able to function. You start, the stress builds, and the stress builds over time. So as I redefine self-care as we talk about it now, that self-care, that taking that time to grow and do the things that you need to do for yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually, is what self-care is kind of evolved to be. But it's so hard. It's just so hard to find the time to do the self-care. And if you're like me, I take a yellow highlighter and I highlight in my planner what times of the week are going to be my time. And, at the end of the week, I look at the next week, I'm like, oh, look at all those yellow spots. Isn't that great? And by Monday, when I look at my calendar, I've all of a sudden inked in most of those spots, wiping away all the time that I've set for myself. So what are the blocks for self-care? What are the blocks? What keeps us from being able to do the self-care? And the one thing that comes to mind is unclear boundaries, not having boundaries. What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine. My calendar's not mine. You put things on my calendar. I allow you to put things on my calendar. I allow myself to get that call. And if I can't fit it in Monday through Friday, okay, how about Saturday morning? I'll give you Saturday morning. And not having the boundaries. Not having boundaries is a block. And we all need boundaries. We need to set boundaries. We need to have a time and space that is ours, that is sacred. And we're not going to allow someone to take that from us. And we might feel guilty about it at first. We might have anxiety and feel like we're going to hurt other people's feelings. But I know that when I come across that person that has a boundary, and I ask them to do something, and they tell me, well, I can't do that because that's my time with my family, or that's my time that I do this, or that's my time for me. I respect that. I respect that a lot. And it's been hearing other people being able to say that and show me that they have boundaries is enabling me to develop some boundaries on my own. And I'm getting a little better about marking out those spaces in my calendar. And I'm getting a little bit better about saying no when somebody asks me to take another client or do a project or something I really don't have time for. And I'm getting better at it, but I'm a work in progress. But one of the things that I think we need to do is just kind of get rid of that visualization of us being so interconnected to like all the other people and demands around us. So just take a minute and close your eyes and imagine yourself in a container. There's a clear boundary. Where is that boundary? Is it really close to you or is it at arm's length? As you're visualizing, if it feels a little bit too close, take your hands and push it out there. Usually when I do this visualization, when I feel myself in my container is pretty tight. I'm kind of stuck in a pretty tight space, and I have to visualize myself pushing it out around me, pushing out that bubble, pushing it out. Give me space. Create that space around me. And visualize what's in that container with you. What are the things that need to be in that container with you? Is it meditation time? Is it time digging in the dirt in your garden? Is it time taking a walk or just sitting outside and listening to the birds? What's in that sacred container with you? What needs to be in there with you? Think about those things. Create that container. Create that space. And there are times when the container can be a little flexible. There are times in our lives where the container gets a little bit smaller or it gets a little bit larger. We need more space or we need a little less space. But we need to have that container. We need to have the boundaries. We need to be able to say no and not feel guilty. We need to be able to take care of ourselves. Now, what else blocks self-care? I find that when my energy level is in that, I'll call it fight or flight mode, where, when your body just feels all kind of antsy, you just feel like you got to go, 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 go. You can't sit still. Things are happening all around you and you're just going and going and doing things and you're almost on automatic pilot. You do things and you're not even quite sure what you did because you're just doing them automatically. And that's something I experienced in my lifetime over a number of years of doing a job for a very long time and being in a very stressful environment. And it just got to be automatic pilot, functioning at a high, high level of energy, sleeping very little, relaxing, not at all. So we need to find a way to kind of clear out that stress or slow down that turmoil that's twirling around inside of us. Stop and think about it. And you visualize your core as like a cylinder. When you're in that fight or flight mode, you may kind of feel like almost like a tornado or a whirlpool. And it's just going round and round and round. And it's just really an intense energy inside of you. And it's not always, stress is not always bad that causes that. It's positive things or aha moments or hold your breath moments kind of create that same swirl of high energy. So we need to calm that energy down, get rid of that stress or eustress, positive stress, whatever is going on. We need to calm it. So you're in your container, but inside of you is also this cylinder or container with this energy in it that is just swirling and swirling and swirling. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Just get a really nice, slow breath going. And as your breath deepens and slows down, so should that whirling dervish of energy slow down and settle. So continue to breathe and feel the energy calming, slowing, tornado or a whirlpool, whatever's going on inside you is flattening out, becoming slower and slower and slower. You no longer feel that whirling sense of energy. Maybe just some bubbling energy. I'm going to continue to breathe deep. Let those bubbles slow down. Now imagine you're outside and you're in the sun and you're feeling all that warmth, and the warmth is slowing down that energy. Continue to breathe deep and slow, in and out. Put one hand over your heart and the other behind your neck. And just kind of feel what's happening to the energy in your body. Then put both hands on your heart. Bring your hands to your heart space. And continue to breathe slow and deep. With your hands on your heart, you can feel that love vibration, which is slow and steady. It's that love vibration for yourself and for others. So we need to have that self-love. We need to relax and focus on that self-love so we don't feel guilty about taking care of ourselves. Now visualize that warmth and love traveling through your bones, through your ribs, through your hips, through your legs, through your skull, traveling through the tissues, muscles, through your whole being. Continue to breathe and allow the dissolving of layers of stress, layers of trauma to just kind of melt. The love vibrations trickle out and they dissolve old patterns. So continue to breathe a few more minutes and feel that love pulsing through your body. You can visualize yourself while you're doing this and visualize love just kind of beaming, radiating out from around you, radiating out to all the people around you that you love. So I want you to wiggle your fingers, rub your arms, come back for a moment. So we have these blocks, the boundaries, the stress. We visualize our container that we're going to use to set some boundaries. And we visualize our inner core, how to calm that turbulent water within us. Now, the third block, lack of inner awareness, that lack of being mindful. How do we cultivate mindfulness? We need to learn to be present in the moment. We need to move from doing to being, because it is in being that the true self-care can occur. So we want to just be. So take a minute and pause and notice what you notice in your body, in your mind, and work to reset it to being right here, right now, in this moment, experiencing whatever is happening with you in the moment, your chair, your thoughts, your breath. So let's put one hand on the back of your head where the neck connects to the skull. And let's put the other hand at your third eye or on your forehead. And we're just going to relax and breathe. What are you noticing? What are you noticing in this moment? Right here, right now, with your energy. Now move the hand from your third eye or your forehead to the top of your head, the crown. And bring your other hand from that was on the back of your neck, bring that one down to your heart. Now we're connecting that heart space and the crown. And we turn to our inner wisdom. Ask yourself, what do I need to change? What do I need to change in my routines so that I can be able to take time for self-care. What do I need to do to change? Connecting your heart and your thoughts. What's popping in your head? You have a pencil or a pen handy, grab it, jot down what's coming to mind. What are you telling yourself that you need to do to be mindful, to de-stress, to set boundaries, to be in the here and now, to be here right now? What do you need? Continue to breathe deep. Continue to notice your thoughts. Continue to listen to yourself. Listening to yourself is a form of self-care. Being mindful and in the moment is what you need to take care of yourself. So bring your hands back down. Just kind of rest them and continue to breathe. Whenever you are feeling a little stressed or feeling like you're losing those boundaries or you need time for self-care, try to remember these three little visualizations, the container around you, keeping those boundaries, that cylindrical core within you, keeping that energy calm and peaceful and grounded. Being able to become aware of your inner thoughts and be mindful and be in the right here, right now, and notice what you notice and listen to your thoughts, and listen to your heart. Thank you for joining the Healing Circle call, April 4th, 2022. And may you wake up tomorrow feeling a renewed sense of wanting to take care of yourself so that you can be a better service to others. Thanks again for joining us. And be sure to check out previous recordings on our YouTube channel or on our website. And we look forward to your return next month.
Thank you for listening. We hope the information provided was helpful. Don't forget to stop by our website and take advantage of all we have to offer.